Are you tired of constantly feeling overwhelmed by your finances? Do you find yourself constantly saying yes to that new dress or those fancy shoes even though you know deep down you can't afford it? Do you find yourself struggling to pay off your credit card balances each month or constantly dipping into your savings? If so, you're not alone. In fact, this type of behavior is one of the main reasons people find themselves in financial trouble. But don't worry, we're here to help. In this video, we'll be sharing the 10 warning signs that you should watch out for before making any purchase. From credit card debt to using future money, we'll provide valuable insights and tips to help you take control of your finances and avoid those financial pitfalls that we've all fallen into at some point. First, you always pay your credit card's minimum. If you find it challenging to pay off your credit card balances each month, now is not the time to add to your burden. Paying only the minimum balance on your credit card can lead to high interest charges and prolonged debt. Instead, try to pay off as much of the balance as possible each month or consider consolidating your debt to lower your interest rate. When you're only making the minimum payments, you're basically just paying off the interest on your credit card debt, and it can take a long time to pay off the actual balance. Additionally, the interest rates on credit cards are usually higher than other forms of debt, so it can be difficult to get ahead. Second, you don't have an emergency fund. Emergencies can happen at any time, and if you don't have the necessary funds, you could find yourself in a difficult financial situation. It's important to have a savings account dedicated to emergencies such as unexpected medical expenses, job loss, or car repairs. Aim to have at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved up for unexpected situations. Without an emergency fund, you may have to rely on credit cards or loans to cover unexpected expenses, which can add to your debt and make it harder to get back on track. Not only that, but an emergency fund is also a safety net that gives you peace of mind. Knowing that you have a cushion to fall back on in case of an emergency can help you sleep better at night and feel more secure in your financial future. Third, you haven't reviewed your budget. Before making any purchase, it's important to know how much allowance you have left for wants. A budget will help you track your expenses and ensure that you don't overspend. If you don't have a budget, consider creating one to help you manage your finances better. A budget can help you see where your money is going and identify areas where you can cut back. It can also help you set financial goals and make sure you're saving enough for the future. Without a budget, you may find yourself overspending in certain areas and not having enough money for important expenses or savings. A budget is a powerful tool that can help you take control of your finances and ensure that you're living within your means. Number 4. You are using future money. Pinning your buying decisions on the premise of having sufficient funds in the immediate future can lead to financial trouble. For example, expecting a bonus or tax refund and making a purchase before the money is in your account can lead to overspending or taking on debt. It's important to wait until the money is in your account before making any big purchases. Additionally, it's important to have a plan for how you will use that money when it comes in, whether it's paying off debt, building your emergency fund, or saving for a specific goal. Having a plan for future money can help you avoid overspending. This can be a trap that many people fall into, thinking that they will have the money soon and making a purchase. But it's important to be realistic and not to rely on future money that may not come. Number 5. You are stressed out or upset about something. Shopping may seem like a good way to combat stress, but it's important to address the underlying issue rather than masking it with unnecessary purchases. Instead of using shopping as a form of stress relief, try other ways to manage your stress, such as exercise, meditation, or talking to a therapist. Additionally, it's important to address any emotional issues that may be contributing to your spending habits, whether it's feeling the need to keep up with others or using shopping as a form of self-soothing. Addressing these underlying issues can help you change your spending habits. Shopping as a form of stress relief is a common habit, but it's important to find healthier ways to cope with stress and not to rely on shopping as a solution. Number 6. You can't say no to something you think is a good buy. If you find it challenging to say no to things you don't need, it's important to reassess your spending habits. Ask yourself if the purchase is truly necessary or if you're just buying it because it's on sale or you think it's a good deal. Additionally, consider if you can find a cheaper alternative. or if you can wait to make the purchase. Sometimes it's helpful to take a step back and think about your purchase for a day or two before making a final decision. Additionally, it's important to consider the long-term impact of the purchase rather than just the immediate satisfaction. Number 7. You find it challenging to budget. If you find it difficult to keep track of your expenses, it's important to find ways to better manage your money. Consider using a budgeting app or tracking your expenses in a spreadsheet. Additionally, try to avoid impulse purchases by making a list before going shopping and sticking to it. Additionally, it's important to set realistic goals for your budget and not to be too strict with it. If you find yourself constantly failing to stick to your budget, it may be helpful to reevaluate it and make adjustments so that it is more feasible for you. You can also look into different budgeting methods, such as the 50-30-20 rule, where you allocate 50% of your income to necessities, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings and debt repayment. Number 8. You're not alone in this behavior. Unfortunately, this behavior is one of the reasons people often find themselves in financial trouble. But the good news is that you can change your habits with the right mindset and tools. Knowing that you're not alone in this struggle can be comforting, but it's important to take the necessary steps to change your behavior. It's important to understand that this behavior is common and that you're not alone in this journey. Number 9. Take a step back and think before you buy. It's important to evaluate if the purchase is truly necessary before making the decision to buy it. Ask yourself if you really need it or if it's just something you want. Additionally, consider if you can find a cheaper alternative or if you can wait to make the purchase. Sometimes it's helpful to take a step back and think about your purchase for a day or two before making a final decision. Additionally, it's important to consider the long-term impact of the purchase rather than just the immediate satisfaction. Lastly, seek help if needed. If you find that your spending habits are causing financial stress, seek help from a financial advisor or therapist. A financial advisor can help you create a budget and provide you with strategies for paying off debt and saving for the future. A therapist can help you address any underlying emotional issues that may be contributing to your spending habits. Sometimes it can be hard to see the bigger picture when we're in the midst of financial stress, and seeking help can provide a fresh perspective and new tools to help us overcome our challenges. It's important to remember that changing your spending habits takes time and effort, and seeking help can be a great way to get on the right track. At the end of the day, changing your spending habits takes time and effort, but with the right mindset and tools, you can take control of your finances and avoid falling into financial trouble. Remember, a little bit of sacrifice and discipline now can lead to a more secure financial future. So, watch out for these warning signs and take the necessary steps to change your behavior. Thanks for watching, and we hope this video was helpful in helping you take control of your finances. Remember to always make informed decisions about your money and to seek help if needed. Remember, it's never too late to change your habits and achieve financial stability and success.